Good morning from overcast Irene Country Club for this third day of the Global Cricket Tournament, brought to you by John Deere, Mitcham and Steers. For this first game on the Sunday, the DP World Lions against the Eastern Storm. DP World Lions won the toss and elected to field first. With me today is Jenna Sill. Morning, Jenna.
Morning for you. I think it was a good toss to win. I think the proof will be in the pudding to see whether it works or not with the overcast conditions and a bit of grass coverage on the pitch. DP World Lions captain Madison Landsman winning that toss and choosing to bat, as we see her at the moment just setting the field out for her opening bowler Kinewe Makake.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good one to win. Chasing here at Irene Country Club is fantastic to do. Overcast, I think a great choice to bowl first. As we see the fielders getting into position, ready for this first ball.
Kinewe Makake, an experienced seam bowler, bowls a lot of cutters into the wicket. She's had a good start to the tournament in the opening game against the Fidelity Titans. She managed to take 2 wickets in her first over, that of Robin Searle and Catherine Pryor. In at the crease for the Eastern Storm team, we have Ariana Douse and Thelma Makubela.
Facing first up will be Ariana Douse. And here we go. Straight on, work into the leg side for no run. But straighter there for the field that's set. But no harm, no foul.
Just to touch on Ariana Douse, she has been batting in the middle order for Eastern Storm. In the previous 2 games, she's been batting at 4 and 5. She scored 23 of 31 and 13 of 12.
Another wider there, cut to backward point, no run.
She's a tall batter with a lot of potential. One of the international players here in the Global Cricket Tournament. She comes from Essex in the UK.
A great start here from Makake. Short of there, straight chance. Put down, tough chance there, going straight back, ball sitting in the wicket. A chance is a chance, and that will be a fantastic breakthrough in the first over. Tough chance there for bowler Makake. Not easy ball coming back to you in your follow through.
Definitely not. As a pace bowler, we need to be ready for those chances at this level. The moment for Thelma Makubela, long off and long on out on the boundary. Short third man and short fine leg.
Okay, Fuller there, straighter on the legs, pushed into the leg side towards long on. Only the single. Great start there for her to get first ball, bat on ball. You see umpire at the Wally van Heerden end is Kagiso Mabunda. Umpire at the golf course end is going to be Keegan Gous. Fuller straighter, Yorker length, again just pushed into the leg side for 1 run. In tight bowling here from Makake in the first over. 1 chance and 2 runs coming off it.
Makake just holding the pace back a little bit, not bowling with a lot of fire, but keeping her line and length consistent.
Leg side, chance there, up in the air. Oh, dropped. Getting an early chance there, might just not got there at the end and put down, but that brings us to the end of the first over.
Kiamoketse Chuene with the drop there at square leg. Tough for them. 2 chances in the over, however. Good start for the Lions.
Not getting the pace on the ball there, but great line length, getting the opportunities in the first over and just not taking it first drop catch from her own bowling, and then the second a square leg. Great start.
There should be a link on the group. I'll put one up.
Shorter pulled away into the leg side. No run there. Only one run there, sorry, my mistake. Great fielding there from Danielle Webber.
Into the attack for the DP World Lions is Bella Johnson, also an Essex player.
Interesting tactic. I like it to get the pace and spin, going a bit quicker through the overs, putting the pressure on the batting side. When you get yourself, there's 2-3 overs bowled by the spinner. Fuller there, slower pace, and great fielding there on the leg side. Opportunity for a run out. No run there. See the pressure building, a bit straighter, a bit more flight. Getting the pace off the ball. Jonathan Fuller there, driven straight to mid-off. Fantastic over thus far.
Good use of the feet here by Ariana Dowser. Slow through the air from Johnson. She's getting to the pitch of the ball.
Shorter there. Oh, bit of bounce. That's something we saw in this pitch the whole tournament. Is a bit of a spongy bounce. I know that's a bit shorter there, but the pace she's bowling, you're not thinking that it's going to bounce that much. But a tight over. Johnson Fuller there, hit through the extra cover region for 4 runs, and that brings up the first boundary for the Eastern Storm.
Dow's making sure she gets to the pitch of the ball. She's looked aggressive so far in the first couple of balls that she's had to face. Just getting her swing through the line of the ball and piercing the field.
Second over in the game. First, just 9 without loss. Johnson slower, shorter, just beating Dow's outside edge, and that brings us to the end of the second over. Score is 9 without loss.
Scorecard link is in the group.
Good over there from Bella Johnson, only the 5 runs off it. 4 dot balls in that, 2 singles, 1 single on the boundary. A tight start here from the DP World Lions, going for more accuracy than anything else.
Field change at the start of Kinewe Mekake's second over. So they bring long on and long off into the ring, send third man and fine leg out. It's a more attacking field. Stelma Makobele with the chance at the end of the previous over, putting pressure on the young Eastern Storm batter.
Okay, straighter there, Fuller. Fantastic fielding of our own bowling. That's much better start. The line length that she's hitting is, if you miss, I hit. Not giving anything away. Only a third man and fine leg out on the boundary. Everybody else in. Very attacking. Getting the opportunity to go wider. Okay, again, Fuller. Ball just stayed a bit lower there, do you know?
Definitely dying a bit of 2 pace. Bowling cutters into the wicket, and with the wicket playing up the way that it is, anything is possible.
Okay, Fuller there, hit through the air, only the 1. See the pressure building.
Makubela with 2 dot balls to start the over, chooses to use her feet on that occasion. It was a good option considering that mid-on and mid-off are up in the ring, but Tracy Breast doing well to get behind that one at mid-off.
See a change in field again. Interesting. Third man coming into the circle, finally going tighter. Kake straighter there. Opportunity in the air. Fall into no man's land. Only for the single. Opportunities with the great accuracy she's bowling with is created.
It's the third opportunity that Makake has created.
She's a good cutter she's bowling. Not getting into the line, not reading the ball, and opportunities for catches coming. Kake shorter there, worked into the leg side with no run to short mid wicket. Fantastic over this far. As we always said, partnerships is very important, but in the T20 format you can't waste a lot of balls to get yourself in. Kake Yorker length there, opportunity for LBW. Not out, says umpire Mabunda, and that brings us to the end of an excellent over from Makake. Score now 11 without loss after 3.
Just 2 runs from that over. Excellent bowling in the power play, bowling to her field. Clever use of the 2 boundary fielders there from the captain Madison Landsman. Good protection of the over. As Bella Johnson will continue from the golf course end.
I think bowling in partnerships, we spoke about partnerships in batting, but bowling in partnerships is very important. Makake keeping her end up the previous over. Johnson would like to strike here. Shorter there, pulled into the leg side, splitting the 2 fielders, and that's going to run away to the boundary, only just getting there. But a great start there for Dowse, putting it down the leg side. Almost looked like the ball isn't going to get to the boundary. There's a slightly uphill square on the leg side from the Wally van Heerden end.
Danielle Webber did her best to chase that one down, but unfortunate in the end.
Johnson shorter there, pulled away again into the leg side, not splitting the 2 fielders. I think just a bit too short for the field set. Johnson wanting to hit her straps, put the pressure back on. Shorter there again, bounce it in. Great fielding there from Kurombi. Flight there, full toss, hit into the leg side, but only the one. But she can't hit her length in this over. Had a great first over, but starting with a boundary in the first ball. Fuller there, hit straight to the fielder. Does Makubela. Five of the over. Johnson Fuller there, flight hit into the gap on the offside, splitting the 2 fielders. An extra cover, and that ball is going to run away for the second boundary in this over. A great shot there to end of the over. 9 from it. Score now 20 without loss.
Thelma Makubela not letting herself get trapped down in the crease. She used her feet to get back deep into the crease. Managed to get leg side of the ball, which allowed her to play through the offside there. Excellent use of the crease. So we see a change in bowling here. We have Liani Swanepoel from the Wally van Heerden end. Exciting player. She matriculated last year, would have gotten her matric results last week. She will bowl the 5th over from the Wally van Heerden end. Quite a lot more pace behind her ball than Kanewe Makake. Good change up.
Yeah, I thought Makake had a great opening spell. First 2 overs were fantastic. Only going for 6 runs. She Swanepoel a bit wider and fuller. Ball keeping low to the keeper, Oda. But a great fluent action she has, Swanepoel.
She's a tall, strong bowler. She's quite wristy.
Shorter offside opportunity taken on the offside. Fantastic bowling and catch there at point, and that is the end of Ariana Dow's going for 12 of 15 deliveries, the 2 boundaries, and that is the first wicket in this innings. Score now 20-1. Great change of bowling from Captain Landsman. Shorter cut away and fantastic grab at point.
Yeah, with a really economical performance of the 2 opening bowlers. The batters would have felt like they were under pressure, and seeing that short, wider one, Ariana Dash just throwing her hands at it and finding Karombi at backward point. Good catch there, like she was picking apples out of the air.
Yeah, straight down the throat there. Regulation catch. As we see new batter coming in.
Mpumelelo Mashlowane for Eastern Storm. Young captain, only 17 years old. She's got a lot of talent. She's an exciting player. She's not afraid to have a good backswing, get the bat through the line of the ball.
Something that I picked up as Captain Landsman, field placing is very, very good. Yeah, angles working great, and keep on speaking with the bowler and working out what they want to do. But yeah, great breakthrough in the beginning of the 5th over. Something I saw with the previous 4 matches is that outside off bowling from the Wally van Heerden end is a bit of spongy bounce. Opportunity in the first game of the tournament. You see again there, great leave there, fantastic bowling there from Swanepoel, but just a bit more bounce from this end. First game, the Lions also 2 wickets in 1 over, with fishing outside the offside.
2 excellent takes behind the wickets by Akari Nishimura. Japanese international player. It's her 2nd time playing in the Global Cricket Tournament.
Swanepoel straight at the opportunity in the cover region, taken by Captain Madison Landsman, playing their drive on the up, and that brings the end to the young captain. That's his 2nd wicket in the first over of Swanepoel.
Leonie Swanepoel just holding her line, making sure she stays outside the off stump, changing her length slightly, and the pitch assisting in that with that spongy bounce that we've been talking about. Just playing on the up there is Mashlowane, and Madison Landsman with a simple catch in the end, but one that needed to be taken. Big celebration from the Lions captain.
Fantastic, great grab there. You can see again the field placing working fantastic for the DP World Lions. As we see Robin Dormel coming into the batting order and just trying to stabilize now. 2 wickets in 1 over, but she won't be here to settle down and waste any balls. Great over from Leonie Swanepoel. My apologies.
This is Robin Dormel's 2nd edition of the Global Cricket Tournament. Last year she played for the DP World Lions, so playing against her old team. She grew up playing for the Lions as a junior, and then when the province divisions changed, her school fell into the Easterns district. And she finished her school career playing for Easterns and then moved back to Lions, took a bit of a break from cricket, but has found herself once again at Easterns. She's very experienced, plays a very aggressive game of cricket, but she's an excellent addition to any batting order.
Just want to pull shorter there. That bounce just outside the off stump, not going through to the keeper. Nice inconsistent bounce outside the off stump that gives you the idea to drive on the up, and then the one that pops, and then you hit it straight to Captain Lansman in the covers. But this is a fantastic over from Swanepoel. Last ball of the over. Shorter there, cut and the offside through the cover region for 4 runs. Fantastic shot there from Dormel. That brings us the end of the 5th over. The over just going for 4 and the 2 wickets. Score now 24-2.
And the score update 24-2 after 5 overs.
As I welcome into the commentary box the voice and the face of the GCT, Mr. Ken Borland. Welcome.
Thanks, Viljoen. Probably less of the face the better. But Eastern Storm are facing some difficulty here against a really good start with the ball by the DP World Lions. Madison Landsman just a little bit short, allowing the batter to rock onto the back foot and cut, but she can't beat the infield.
What I liked about Lansman's captaincy this morning is pace and spin going together well, running through the overs very, very quickly.
That's too short from Landsman, and awkward bounce off the edge of the square. Beats Chuene, and it'll run away to the boundary. Sweetly struck.
Yeah, rebuilding phase here. Makubela standing on the other end, seeing the wickets fell on the previous over. She won't hang around very long. It's as if Madison Landsman not getting through her action thus far.
Quicker that time, and delivered at a good length too. Good dot ball. Thelma Makubela certainly hits the ball hard, so the infield have to have their wits about them. Just misdirected that down leg, and Makubela's got enough on it to get a couple of runs. Viljoen, I love your point about the combination of pace and spin. It's what the Lions used to great effect yesterday when they skittled the Titans for 77, using spin and pace in the power play. I think there were 3 overs of spin in the power play, and it put them on top immediately. Too short, put away by Makubela. Again, that's sweet timing, just a couple of bounces and over the boundary and onto the golf course.
I think the combination between spin and pace is fantastic if you bowl in partnerships. Madison Landsman not hitting her lengths as of yet. You saw good variation in this over from Landsman, getting a stock ball, googly going for 2, and then the arm ball going to the boundary. I think variation isn't a problem. I think just line and length at this stage, just bowling to her field.
That's going to be a welcome dot ball to end the over. 6 overs gone, and Easton's 34 for 2.
Okay, speaking about the game yesterday, the second game of Deepwater Lions ladies won by 10 wickets, only chasing 78, and got it in 8.4 overs. Chuene top scorer, 48 of 32 not out, and Madison Landsman, the captain, 30 of 20. And great bowling from Bella Johnson, 3 for 12 and 4 overs, and Kurombi 2 for 7 and 2.5. So that's a proper bowling and batting partnerships going there, chasing and winning by 10 wickets with a low-scoring game. Low-scoring games can be quite tough sometimes. Putting yourself under pressure, but that's a clinical batting and bowling performance there.
Yeah, they did everything right. Did the Lions with bat and ball, as we see Swanepoel after her excellent first over, 2 wickets in it. She's going to understandably get a second over. That bonus point win that the Lions registered yesterday so brilliantly has kept them alive in the competition. As Swanepoel is in, a bit of movement into the right-hander inside edge to square leg. So as far as the standings go, the Titans started like a house on fire with 2 bonus point wins to take them to 10 points. The Lions getting 5 points for their victory over the Titans, and the Eastern Storm won their game on the first day, so they're on 4 points. Doorbell going down the wicket, she'll have to hurry, but well judged run to mid-off. So all of which means, in terms of the log, that whoever wins this game, well, let's put it this way, whoever loses this game is out of contention for the title. If the Lions can win with a bonus point, then they go to 10 points, and then it all depends on this afternoon's match between Easterns and the Titans. If Easterns beat the Titans, then the Lions will be champions if they win this match with a bonus point.
So all you're saying, Ken, is keep watching. This will be something fantastic here in a Sunday. Yeah, great bowling here from Swanepoel, using a pace and variation very good. Well, in this over,
Fuller won that one, striving for the block hole. Yeah, Swanepoel's had some mixed fortunes in this tournament. She's generally bowled a really nice line just outside sort of stump, but on a few occasions has bowled too short to go with that, and she's been bowling from this side. There's a short offside boundary, bowling from the Wally van Heerden end. Swatted, but no great timing by Makubela that time. But you could see that Swanepoel's got the makings of a very good pace bowler. Nice action, nice and tall.
absolutely very natural action. Nothing seems difficult in her action, and I think today using the bounce of the pitch very, very well towards the field.
Oh. Was it an edge? No, it wasn't. Thought I heard something. Makubela swishing outside off stump. Another excellent over by Liani Swanepoel. Just one run off it, and the Eastern Storm are 35 for 2 after 7 overs.
Yeah, fantastic bowling there from Swanepoel. I think setting into her end, knowing what Captain Landsman wants from her. The 2 wickets in her first over. Fantastic batting. Only 4 from that first over, 1 from the second over. But the Eastern Storm rebuilding very, very well. 35 for 2 after that 7 overs. You see a change in bowler. Kurombi coming into the attack from the golf course end, taking that fantastic catch at point earlier in the innings.
She bowled very well against the Titans yesterday afternoon. Got 2 cheap wickets coming into Robin Dormal. Oh, it's a wide. So at least the Eastern Storm will get something out of it, but I think Dormal will be disappointed that she didn't cut that away. There's the only offside fielders on the boundary are at long off and third man. Plenty of space. Square of the wicket. There's a point in place.
Oh, better there from Kurombi. Dormal just looking a bit stuck on the crease the first 2 balls of this over. Not getting her feet into the best position. At the first ball, she would be very cross with herself, not getting in position and hitting that away to the boundary.
Trying to get it through the tightly packed covers, Dormale. She's stroking it nicely, but just can't find the gaps at the moment.
Very risky play on this pitch is Dormale, trying to get on top of the bounce and the inconsistent bounce on this pitch this morning.
Oh, that's going to be a wide down leg. Yeah, it's also been quite slow paced this morning. The pitch, I guess you'd expect that with a. I'm not sure if it rained or not, but it's quite moist overnight with dew, and so it will take a bit of time for the pitch to quicken up.
As I said, Karombi, the game yesterday, taking 2 for 7 in 2.5. So very economical, not the best start with the ball this morning.
Oh, that's a delicate touch. Kept the wicketkeeper very interested by Dormale, living dangerously as Jubati fields, and she's back for 2.
Yeah, very, very fine work down to the third man boundary. I thought keeper was in that for all money, but not to be.
Wicketkeeper Nishimura is a very tidy keeper. She just needed longer arms, I think, on that occasion. Nicely slapped to long off for 1. So Karombi, she's going to be difficult to get away because there's not much pace behind the ball, and as you said, it's a slowish pitch, and generally keeping to a good line just outside that off stump. Makubela, that's beautifully struck through cover point. Oh, generating her own pace there, Thelma Makubela.
Yeah, fantastic shot there from Thelma Makubela. Just waiting for the ball, getting on top of the bounce and just hitting it through cover point. That's the way I think you need to play Karombi. Not having much pace on the ball, but having a bit of movement from the seam as well as through the air, but not troubling the batters at this stage too much. A great shot there, say generating her own pace, throwing hands at the ball.
Stylish, nice. Makubela is a dangerous batter, certainly, as the 8th over comes to an end. 44 for 2. Philip, I want you to put on your captain's hat quickly. Liani Swanepoel is going really well. 2 overs, 2 for 5. Do you carry on with her from this one you've only at an end?
Kenny, if it was me, I would, if she can, bowl her through the 4 overs, keeping the end up. Being very economical, going for 2.5 to the over. The other end, previous over, going for 9. So I would give her at least one more, seeing that she's getting into a rhythm and bowling very, very well. I would have bowled her through, but that's just me. That's why I'm not the captain of this side. That's why I'm sitting behind the mic.
Tracy Best is going to bowl the spinner. Yeah, I guess it also depends on the death bowlers that the Lions have, what their resources are. Perhaps they need Swanepoel to bowl 2 at the back end. I guess the other way of looking at it is that Easton's under pressure now. If a partnership does develop, maybe you bring Swanepoel back to bowl an over and try and break it. So there's no right or wrong answer really to that question.
Tracy Brest coming into the attack, again staying with a seamer and a spinner. Left arm orthodox.
Nicely bowled, the first one, well flighted, and dropped it almost at the batter's feet.
Now that's a very dangerous ball there, creeping underneath the bat.
Yeah, your eyes could light up, and you play over the top of it. That one, the leg's a little bit shorter, but it's a good start by Brest.
Using the flight very well in the first 2 balls. As you said, eyes can light up and just creeping underneath the bats. So, fantastic ball.
Bit preconceived by Robin Dormale, but Ended up being a good shot for the full toss because there's no third man, and they get a couple. The boundary fielders for best are at cow corner, long on, and a deep cover. So Lions up. Oh, there is also a deep backward square leg, almost a fine leg actually, quite a square fine leg. Shaping to come down the pitch, Dormel, but there was a little balk there from her, but breasted really well, held her nerve, and gets the dot ball.
A very smart bowler is Tracy Breast, putting toward her field. Unlucky that reverse sweep. Tight run there.
Oh, Dormel might have been in trouble with a direct hit there. It was a good pick up and throw by Liani Swanepoel.
See the mindset there from Dormel, just trying to keep the scorecard ticking over, but it's straight to the fielder. Sort of
opportunity to get the rebound. No, she can't. Oh, it's a third catch really that the Lions have put down. They're in control in the field, but gee, they would have been well on top if they'd held a couple of those.
You said third catch, and that's a second court and ball opportunity in the day. Not going to hand.
Again speaks to the slowness of the pitch this morning. 9 overs gone, 47 for 2. So it's a decent run rate for Easterns, and I think Makabela and Dormel probably going about things the right way. Just trying to build a partnership here, get the ones and twos, put the bad ball away. And if they can get to the last 7 or 8 overs and they're still together, then Easterns could be well placed.
I think going about, as you said, at the right mindset, trying to make their own opportunities as well to get into position to hit the boundaries, but just waiting for the bad balls going through a boundary and just keep ticking the scorecard over.
Danielle Webber into the attack, starts with a no ball. Captain Lunsman taking herself off after her 1 over cost 10 runs. And Webber will be disappointed to overstep first ball. Free hit for the hard-hitting Thelma Makubela.
Yeah, not the start that Webber would have liked, taking over from Kurombi at the golf course end. And Makubela going to wait for that ball and try to hit it, holding one to the leg side green towards the golf course end.
Yeah, there's a green there at over Cow Corner's head. Red flag, we can see marking the hole. Golfer's just leaving the green. Well bowled by Webber. Dot ball. Makabela trying to give herself some room, but it was a really full delivery from Webber.
I think that's the second best thing you can get from a free hit. The other one is getting a run out. But great tight bowling.
Slashed away, a bit edgy, over cover point. The cover sweeper will field.
Just trying to create their own opportunities there for a boundary ball. I don't think that's very necessary, as that brings up the 50 for the Eastern Storm. Oh,
that's gone horribly wrong. It's going to be another no ball for height. And another free hit. Robin Dormel this time gets the freebie.
Not something you see every day, Ken. The ball clearing the batter directly. Maybe just slipped. Trying to bowl with cutter. But needless to say, Dormel getting the free hit.
Oh, short and wide. She's going to have to bowl it again because it is a wide.
not getting a radar there, Ken, for the no ball. And Dormau's going to say, right, second bite of the cherry.
I was just wondering if maybe the outfield was a bit dewy and the ball a bit damp, but it doesn't seem to be. So just one that came out all wrong. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not sure what a free hit if the scoop is the right option.
Okay, I'm of opinion, stand and deliver on a free hit. Don't premeditate too much. There's not a lot of pace on the ball. And if I'm the bowler, take off all the pace. You need to do everything as a batter. Just stand and deliver, and even if you get one run, it's not waste a no ball, a free hit.
Oh, popped up. And they will get the single. Robin Dormal played a magnificent scoop shot. Was it the second day or the first afternoon? Anyway, she can scoop really well. But at the best of times, it's a bit of a 50-50 shot. And on a free hit, it doesn't make sense. Full toss, hammered away. Long on in business. No, can't get there. Just a single. It's a long boundary out there.
It's a long boundary, as we said before start of play. Straight is a very long boundary. Square from bowling from the golf course end is short or shorter. But that one, just not the timing that she wanted. Right.
Nicely worked off the toes by Dormel. They'll come back for two.
A great scamper there. Just calmer edge prevailing, not doing too much. Just hitting that into the leg side.
So 10 overs gone. 56 for two. As we say farewell for now to Viljoen van Wyk. And welcome back, Jenna Searle.
Thank you, Ken. Happy to be here.
It might just turn into a lovely day here at Irene. The sun is shining a little bit brighter, lots of cloud cover, but the sun is trying to win the battle.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make it hot and humid, especially with the cloud cover. As Tracy Breast continues from the Wally van Heerden end, there's a bit of bounce and turn there from the left round arm bowler. Makubela just missing out on that one.
She bowled a good first over, Tracy Breast, good control, just 3 runs from it.
Played across the line, and that will bisect the two fielders on the boundary. Thelma Makubela getting 4 more to her name as her total goes up to 28, 29 balls.
Yeah, she's a young talent, I think, Thelma Makubela. Not just a top order batter who hits the ball hard. She bowls some decent seam bowling, hits the pitch hard as well.
She's beaten on that occasion. There's a bit of an appeal there, perhaps for caught behind, but nothing on it.
I think it was just an appeal because she comprehensively beat the batsman in the flight there, the batter. Really nicely bowled by Breast.
This time down leg. It's given a wide. Tracy Breast used to bowl some really decent left arm seam. Very slow through the air. And she's taken a break from provincial cricket for about a year. It's good to see her back in the line set up again. She's using her feet to get to the ball. Beats extra cover. There's a chase on by Bella Johnson. Collects it with a slide quite professionally and gets it in. They get back for 2. Thelma Makubela managing to find the space in the field quite well.
Was that break for work purposes? I think she's in a similar line of work as you, Jenna.
Crashes into the pads. Shake of the head by umpire Mabunda. Yeah, she used to, I'm sure she still is teaching. She's in the sports department at a school, teaches PE. She's the head coach at the Wanderers Club in Johannesburg, player coach. Lots of flight there into that leg stump line. Good finish to the over there. Scores 63 for 2.
Oh, that was a lovely over to watch. Some really canny, skillful left-arm spin, varying her flight. And one would have to say she got the better of the batters in that over. 7 runs off, but there was just the one really good shot from Makubela, which was a bit of a smear out to Cow Corner, but the rest of the over belonged to Chasey Breast.
Yeah, it definitely did. So Madison Landsman said to you in an interview yesterday that she was spoiled for choice with bowlers. Have we seen 7 bowlers so far in the first half of the innings, and she turns back to her opening spinner Bella Johnson from the golf course end.
And you know who has not bowled a ball for the Lions this entire tournament is Jenna Evans, who is an integral part of the senior Lions team bowling attack. Very good spinner herself. So spoiled for choice indeed in the bowling department.
Bella Johnson with some nice drift in the air there. Her first 2 overs going for 14 runs. 7 dots in those 12 balls. Robin Dormal on the reverse sweep, and she beats backward point. Makake will chase it down, but the ball beats her to the boundary. Robin Dormal really being very creative in the way she's going about her business at the moment.
She can overdo it sometimes. Yesterday she got herself into a real tangle, preempting an attempted scoop. But this partnership is now up to 47. And they really are doing a great job, Dormel and Makubela, to get Easterns back on level ground.
With that creativity has brought a field change. Short third man in play. On the legs, they go for the quick single. There's a chance for a run out, but a fumble by Danielle Weber.
Yeah, I think Makubela was a little bit ball watching there. It would have been her call to the deep backward, just a normal backward square leg.
This time on that off stump line, and that's the line she wants to be bowling. She does have that protection on the offside in the inner ring.
Bella Johnson was a player of the match in the big win of the Titans. The Essex lady taking 3 for 12.
Brilliant dive put in there from the captain, Landsman. They'll go through for the second as Brest collects it from the boundary. They get through comfortably. It's good running from the Eastern Storm players, but an even better attempt in the field from the Lions captain.
Yeah, Madison Landsman has batted well. She's been handy with the ball, fielded very well. You can see why she's an international cricketer. Played for the Netherlands.
And pulled away by Makubela. For Yun Lo collects that for 1. Yeah, Madison Landsman, an excellent talent, and I think leadership looks good on her.
Yeah, I like the way she's led the Lions team. Obviously, the first day was a bit of a shocker. They lost both their games, but they've bounced back really well yesterday and so far today.
I like the way she speaks to her teammates. Even when she's speaking in interviews, she's got a really good head on her shoulders. She thinks strategically, and she plays the game the same way.
12 overs gone, 71 for 2. So getting to that stage now where the Lions are probably getting a bit anxious for a breakthrough. Brest will continue. She bowling to Makubela, and it does kind of look like this battle is going to go one of 2 ways. Either Makubela is going to hit her out of the attack, or Brest is going to get her out. I don't think it's going to be a war of attrition.
No, definitely not. 4 fielders out on the boundary. Cover sweeper, long on, cow corner, and deep backward square. It's full. Finds the inside edge and goes to a short fine leg.
Again, Brest is dropping the ball at the feet. I mean, it was close to getting through onto the stumps.
swings the hands through the ball, finds the fielder. Clever bowling here from Tracy Breast.
Ja, is oké. Praat, stuur net gou vir hom terug. En nou weer Wes, wag hy daarbo.
Uses her feet to get deep in the crease. They go for the quick single. Landsman on the throw, but Dormal quick across the wicket.
Yeah, she's a good athlete, Robin Dormal. Very good in the field. Very safe hands.
A couple years back when she stepped away from cricket initially, I think the cricketing world was very disappointed that we'd lost her talent. She's come back and proven herself again as they go through for the quick single. Bit of a fumble there.
Yeah, to me she's certainly a talent. She's got a bit of X factor about her. Played for the SA Under 18 team in 2018, and her cricketing journey has taken her to Mpumalanga. Played for the Titans as well.
Slashed through the covers, collected on the boundary for one. She has played all over.
A few seasons now though at Easterns. She seems to have found a happier home. She comes from Alberton High School, so it is home, I guess.
Squeezed out there from Dormal. Tracy Best bowling really full and straight. A good over from her. Just 3 runs from it.
I love it. Really high quality left arm spin from Tracy Breast. The variation in pace and flight. And it's only because there are 2 really good batters at the crease now that she hasn't got a wicket.
And the fact that she's being able to restrict them in these middle overs with 2 batters that are in, have their eye in, and both of them have the potential to swing the bat hard at the ball. As a spinner, it's not an easy job to contain in this point of the game. She's done well.
Yeah, they've added 54 now for the 3rd wicket, but still have to bat with some caution.
Bella Johnson continues. Makubela sweeps this across the line. No mid-wicket in play, but Yun Lo gets to that one quickly. She's running boundary to boundary is Sunette Yun Lo. Specialist cow corner fielder. Tossed up and again played into that vacant mid-wicket region. Feels like an easy single.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it, Robin. Jenna, I can kind of understand with the partnership well set, and they don't want to concede boundaries, but it is a bit too easy for me. I agree. Oh,
stumping chance there. Shake of the head by umpire Mabunda. Excellent handwork there from Nishimura behind the stumps.
Yeah, she's a very tidy with the gloves, Nishimura. Who can we move to mid-wicket to save the one? Would you risk having just 2 in the ring on the covers?
Potentially. Definitely for Thelma Makubela. I don't see her going for the reverse sweep, so that short 3rd man goes on the conventional sweep, but doesn't get anything on it, and it's collected by that fielder that we're speaking about.
Yeah, not an easy job being a captain in T20 cricket, especially when there is a partnership that's got going and heading towards the back end of the innings.
Especially with the containment that we've seen, especially from Tracy Breast, you would look to attack on the other end, because that is the bowler that the batters would be looking to attack. Often we see the economical bowler have fewer wickets, the bowler on the other end more expensive, but more attacking in the way that they get the wickets because they're bowling in that partnership. That finishes off the 14th over, 77 for 2. As the Eastern Storm batters are being restricted by the excellent spin, slow spin bowling from the DP World Lions team.
Yeah, Yeah, with 6 overs to go, and feels that if things go really well for the Eastern Storm at the back end, they could get to 125, 130, which is a competitive score. We saw the Titans defend 132 on the first morning. Comfortably defended it.
Tracy Breast to continue the last over in her spell. She's bowled 3 overs for 13. Just 1 wicket for her. It's tossed up quite well. Makubela missing out on that potentially. With mid-off in the ring, there's potential to hit straight over the bowler's head, especially with that flight. Drags it down and it's hit into the covers. Landman does well to get her body behind the ball.
Yeah, it's unusual for a left-arm spinner to have mid-off up and long on back. But I guess Makubela more likely to drag it across onto the leg side and inside out. There we go.
She hits hard to the leg side. Jenna Evans cleaning up at long on. Interesting field choice, as you said, but it is definitely working. Dormal uses her feet, but straight into the hands of Bella Johnson. That's where we wanted her to go, straight over the bowler's head, but just not getting enough bat behind it. And that is the end of Robin Dormal. 22 off 25 with the 2 fours to her name. She really stabilised quite nicely with Thelma Makubela. Brought some creativity to the crease, but her job done for the moment.
Well, it's turned out it was an excellent field placing because it created the temptation. Because that was the boundary option, to try and get it over the deep mid-off. And if the ball does just grip a bit or get stuck in the pitch a little bit, there's always the possibility of either slicing it into the covers or as happened there, not getting it out of the sweet spot and giving the catch to the middle fielder. So excellent work by the Lions, and a well-deserved wicket for Tracy Breast.
Yeah, definitely. She's been bowling really well. But to the crease comes another experienced player. She has also played all around the country. Spent some time at the Dolphins this past season, playing 2 games for them.
I presume that was on loan, Jenna?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah, I did notice that. She started the season with Easterns, having moved there from Free State.
She goes with a straight bat there. Yeah, she's an exciting player. Grew up in the Free State in Bloemfontein. Played first-class cricket at Northwest, then moved back to the Free State to play top 6 cricket. Exciting player. Spent some time in the national under-19 setup. Scored quite a few runs there under Denisha Devnarain. So that brings up 15 overs, 78 for 3. The breakthrough there from Tracy Breast at the end of her spell. Her 4 overs going for 14 runs, 1 wicket, 16 dots in those 24 balls that really made her bowling spell excellent. So we have a commentary change. Thank you, Ken Borland. Fuyan, welcome back.
Thank you, Jenna. Exciting 5 overs left in this first innings. A big breakthrough there. The wicket of Robin Dormal. I think they were going to go for it. It hit into the cover sweeper, only for 1 run. They were set, great partnership, and you can see the mindset was to go for every ball there, and just the timing there and the breakthrough.
Spin for spin here as Madison Landsman comes into the attack for Bella Johnson.
Flighted there, hit into the pitch, straight back to Captain Landsman for no run. Yeah, she looks a bit better in her action for the second spell. I think she was better everywhere in the first spell, but looking much better. Flighted there, beaten outside the outside edge. Using her flight and speed very well. I think variation in pace is one of her strengths in her bowling. Oh, again, what a ball. Just beaten outside the outside edge.
New batter Ilandri Janssen van Rensburg just caught on the crease there. Seems a bit stuck.
More flight there, beaten again outside the off stump. Stumping chance. Not out, says umpire Mabunda. Great work behind the stumps there from Nishimura.
We talk about partnerships between bowlers, partnerships between batters, but not often do we mention partnership between the bowler and the keeper.
Landsman Fuller there, flighted, beaten again outside the edge. Fantastic over there from Madison Landsman. It brings us to the end of the 16th over. Score now 79 for 3.
Just one run from that over from Thelma Makubela. Big pressure on Ilandri Janssen van Rensburg. She's a big name in the cricket community, so she will be potentially feeling a little bit of pressure. It's one of the more experienced players in the Eastern's Storm batting lineup.
Madison Landsman Huntman just coming back into a second spell, going for 1 in the first over back. Her first over going for 10, so fantastic bowling. As you see, Leonie Swanepoel coming back into the attack from the Wally van Heerden end. I think there's a fantastic change with the breaking partnership, putting the pressure on. 4 overs left. He needed a death bowler, and as we said, fantastic spell that she has at Leonie Swanepoel, only going for 5 runs in 2 overs.
She made the big breakthrough in the power play. Those 2 wickets. Change of pace, she bowls hard into the wicket. Nice fluent action.
Swanepoel to Makubela, straight, full. Great bowling there from Swanepoel. Not giving anything away, does Leonie Swanepoel. Tall, strong bowler. Swanepoel shorter there outside the off stump. Straight to fielder at cover point for no run.
4 fielders outside on the boundary. We've got cover sweeper, long off, long on, and deep square leg.
Oh, the field set, not giving anything away. Batter going to do all the hard work. Fuller there on the offside, hitting her own partner there, going for 1 to fielder Jenna Evans at long on.
Just communicating in the middle of the wicket there, Makubela and Janssen van Rensburg. Just talking about how Swanepoel is bowling, possible variations that she has.
Swanepoel shorter there, outside edge to almost a gully fielder. It's very square to be a short third man, but going straight to the fielder there. As we see again from this side bowling, there's a lack of bounce and then popping from a good length. So I think getting Swanepoel staying from this side is a great shout. Swanepoel shorter there, hit into the offside aerial, but only the 1 fielder on the boundary doing well to clean up there.
Bella Johnson collected that expertly, in and out of the hands really quickly. Just allowing the 1 run to come from that sweeper region.
The last ball of the over, I would think they were going to look for a boundary. Shorter there, pulled into the leg side, opportunity in the deep. 2 bounces to Jenna Evans, cleaning up only the single. That brings us to the end of the 17th over, 82 for 3.
Yeah, an interesting choice in the field at the end of that over with square leg out on the boundary. and not cow corner. Had there been a cow corner in play, that would have been a chance for sure, especially with the speed of Sunette Viljoen. It's interesting that they were protecting the boundary for the short ball, which Leonie Swanepoel did not even hint at bowling.
Captain Madison Landsman continuing from the golf course end. Yeah, with that first over she bowled in the second spell, I would bowl myself through as well. Beating the edge 4 balls in a row. It's going to be a good battle between the set batter Makubela. She's on 40 or 51. The pillar of this innings. Landsman flighted. Oh, LB shot, but no, going down leg. Flighted ball. Makubela went on the sweep, missed it, and no run there. Good start from Captain Landsman. Fuller there, and taken. Stumping chance taken by Nishimura.
Thelma Makubela choosing to use her feet to the slow flighted delivery of the round arm action of Madison Landsman, and then choosing to go cross bat when she was outside the crease, just beating the outside edge there. Good clean work from Akari Nishimura, the Japanese international player.
Very cleanly there, and great bowling from Madison Landsman, using the massive flighted ball, the first ball in the over. And then just one flatter, bit quicker, beating Thelma Makubela on the leg side, and Nishimura cleaning up there and taking the wicket. And that's the breakthrough that they wanted. 2 new batters at the crease. Coming into the crease is Erika Oda, also the Japanese international. Try to make the most of the 2 or so overs left in this innings, trying to get them to a defendable score of 120 odd. So new batters at the crease. Landsman flighted there, swept into the leg side by Erika Oda, into the gap at beyond square, and that will be 4 runs from her first ball. But 2 straight there from Captain Landsman, and Erika Oda said, I'm here for the challenge, and swept it behind square for 4 runs. And our dedicated cow corner fielder Sunette Viljoen couldn't get there. Great start from her innings. Shorter there from Landsman, hit into backward, back of the wicket to no run.
Erika Oda's second edition of the Global Cricket Tournament. She played for Easterns in the first Global Cricket Tournament. She's back again in the third.
Oh, great bowling there from Madison Landsman. Saw Erika Oda coming down the wicket. One slower and flatted through the air. And Nishimura cleaning up again for the second stumping in this over. Fantastic bowling there from Captain Landsman.
Again, an interesting choice to use the feet and then to go with a cross bat. And we usually see the cross bat shots playing off the back foot. Dancing down the wicket, we would prefer to see a straighter bat looking to hit in the V. Erika Oda just making the incorrect decision.
A new batter coming to the crease is Tanique Williams, number 11. But yeah, fantastic thinking bowling there from Captain Landsman. Saw Oda coming down the wicket and just fired in one flatter, and great work again from Nishimura behind the wicket. And as you said, beginning of the over, working well in partnerships is bowlers and keepers. And yeah, she missed, she hit, wicket taken.
Exciting, aggressive combination of Akari Nishimura and Madison Landsman, working very well together.
Shorter there, hit into the offside, straight to extra cover fielder. Very, very tidy over here from Captain Landsman. Only that one boundary. Shorter into the pitch. No run to the point fielder. And that brings us to the end of the 18th over. Score now 86 for 5.
Excellent here from Madison Landsman. We saw the breakthrough fall of wicket of Robin Dumal, breaking the partnership of her and Thelma Makubela, and then coming back and getting 2 wickets in the next over. Excellent captaincy to continue bowling herself and then to follow through with the ball.
Oh, fantastic bowling. If you take the first over went for 10, second for 1, and the third for 4, and the third over bringing the 2 wickets. Fantastic bowling.
And now 2 new batters in the 19th and 20th over.
As we see Swanepoel continuing. Fuller there, offside, full toss. Driven to this sweeper on the offside. Done well there in the deep. Did Bella Johnson. Very quick across the ground. Clean fielder. Very quick release. Fuller straight to Williams in the air. Taken!
Kinewe Makeke with a diving catch to her right. Simple in the end, but that is the end of Tanique Williams. The pressure of this middle order crumble, just getting to her, trying to go at something that wasn't there. Be not executing properly in the end.
Absolutely, just a collapse coming from that wicket from Robin Dormel. See how crucial she was in this innings, she and Makubela, and with those 2 gone, wickets just started to crumble. As we see the new batter coming to the crease, Simone Bueta.
More well known with ball in hand, similar to Kinewe Makake. She bowls a lot of cutters into the wicket. She's a clever medium pace bowler. See what she can do with the bat in hand.
Yeah, so talk about that collapse. The first 2 wickets fell on 20 runs, then 78, 82, 86. So fantastic bowling from the DP World Lions. Trying to restrict them under 100 will be fantastic, but from the Eastern Storm side, getting 110, 120 something to compete with will be fantastic to them. Shorter there, and they're offside, beaten outside the off stump. Dot ball going straight to keeper Nishimura.
Leonie Swanepoel, excellent bowling from her. She's in her 4th over, just 9 runs. Excellent work from her. 3 wickets to her name and an economy of 2.6.
Fantastic. In a T20, we'll take that every day. Slower, Fuller outside the off stump, beaten the short cover fielder, Captain Landsman, coming back for a second, taking off. Oh, very close there, direct hit. Might have been gone. But great running at the end of the innings. Pushing hard for the first. In their head, there was always 2 there to the fielder on the boundary.
Landry Janssen van Rensburg calling for the second before she'd even completed the first.
Shorter there on the offside, work straight to cover point, run out chance at the bowler's end. And a run out there. You would think unnecessary, but fantastic fielding there from the point fielder. Keeping a clear head and not throwing straight to the keeper, but looking up, seeing out of the crease at the bowler's end and taking that wicket.
Into the crease for Eastern Storm, the 15-year-old. That is Akira Ferreira. She's had an excellent tournament so far with the ball. Coming in at number 9. Exciting to see what she can do with the bat.
Landry, Jans van Rensburg departing with that a run out only for the 2 runs. You would think that the deep water Lions would go to wicket bowling now. Fielders being heads up, knowing that the singles are going to be pushed for 2.
8 balls left in the first innings.
Swanepoel straighter there, hit to the long off boundary, running hard, trying to come back for the 2, but great fielding on the offside boundary by Tracy Breast. That brings us to the end of the 19th over.
And the end of Leonie Swanepoel's spell. 4 overs, 12 runs for 3 wickets at an economy of just 3. 15 dot balls. Excellent stuff from the young seamer. Bowled the first half of her spell in the power play, got the early breakthrough, and came back to get the breakthrough later on in the innings as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic outing here there for Leonie Swanepoel. The score now 90 for 7, with the last over being bowled by Captain Landsman. She gives it flight straighter, hit through the keeper, running hard to come back for the second, but no run. There, fantastic fielding behind the wicket by Jubati.
She's getting a tickle of the bat there on that sweep shot, beating Akari Nishimura. Do you call that a dropped catch?
I think that will be very hard to say that it's a drop chance. Hansman Fuller there, hit square in the gap between very fine, short fine leg. And square cleaning up there, only the 2 runs.
Good choice from Kira Ferreira to stay on her feet rather than to choose the sweep shot option to that ball down the leg side. It allowed her to look at the gap while she was hitting the ball.
Last one quicker there, straight to Kira Ferreira. No run there, only 3 balls left in the innings.
Much better line and comeback from Madison Landsman. On that just 4th stump line, the leg spinner, that's where you want to be.
Landsman flatter in, driven through the extra cover region. Only going to be 1. Swanepoel cleaning up there on the boundary. You see the intent of going for the second every ball, which is necessary at this stage. Cricket there through the air, shorter, pulled away behind square leg, going to the boundary for, I think that might have been 4. Yup, umpire Gous giving the boundary there, much needed boundary there for the Eastern Storm. But what I like the chase, not given up at any stage.
Kia Mogetswe Chuene doing the work on the boundary there. Dropped deep square out onto the boundary and brought mid off up into the ring. So 3 out on the leg side with cover sweep on the boundary as well.
Flighted into the leg side, into no man's land. Only the 1, and that will bring the end of the Eastern Storm's innings. Very interesting field change and then slower, shorter ball. But that's the end of the innings for the Eastern Storm ladies. Getting to 100 to 99 for 7. I think the DP World Lions will be very, very chuffed with themselves to keeping the Eastern Storm under 100. Very strong batting lineup that the DP World Lions have. And yeah, one wicket in the Eastern Storm with a massive collapse. But well done to the DP World Lions ladies, restricting them to under 100. Jenna, highlights for you in this innings?
Definitely the standout partnership for me was between Thelma Makubela and Robin Dormal. Thelma getting 40 off 53 and Dormal 22 off 26. Really stabilized after the early collapse. But then the rest of the middle order not really coming to the party for Eastern Storm, as they needed to accelerate at a time in the later middle overs towards the end. But definite standout performances from me were Kanewi Makake with the ball. She started excellently, very economical in the first two overs of the power play. She didn't come back after the first half of her spell. She bowled 2 overs for 6 runs. Bella Johnson also super economical, 4 overs for 24. Madison Landsman, captaincy looking really good on her, 2 wickets, 4 overs for 24, going at a runner ball. Liani Swanepoel, for me, an excellent young talent, 4 overs, 3 wickets for 12 runs, and then some small contributions here and there. Tracy Breast also really economical. She built the pressure and didn't allow Dormal and Makubela to get away, as I think Eastern Storm would have wanted them to, especially after the base that they built in the first 10 overs, as she bowled 4 wickets, 14 runs, and a well-deserved wicket for her. Definitely so far the upper hand going to the DP World Lions.
Absolutely. We'll be back in just a few moments to see the chase off the 100 runs by the DP World Lions. We'll be back in a few minutes. See you after the break. welcome back to Irene Country Club for this thrilling chase between the Eastern Storm and the DP World Lions ladies. DP World Lions only needing 100 to win. With me in the comm box, as always, Ken Borland, the face of GCT. Ken, it's going to be a thriller.
Well, yeah, both sides will be going all out for victory here. The DP World Lions need to win with a bonus point to keep alive their chances of winning the tournament. So that means they need to score 100 in 16 overs, which is a run rate of 6.25, which is quite steep, but the way they batted against the Titans yesterday afternoon shows they can do it. Easterns also need to win.
See the first ball there, short outside the off stump, just getting a bit more bounce straight through to keeper Oda. Great start for the Eastern Storm.
Yeah, the Eastern Storm, who play the Titans this afternoon in the last game of the tournament, and the Eastern Storm have to win this game to remain in contention for the title. They'll then have to beat the Titans this afternoon as well.
Mokoena, just a bit fuller there. You see Twene. Opening pair for the DP World Lions is Mete, Twene and Madison Landsman. So the two, as we said, opened up against the Titans yesterday. Trying to get that run rate as Mokoena's team's in shorter outside the off stump. Beaten again by the bounce. Great start, Ken, with a low total.
Yeah, but fortunate, I think, bowling that short outside off stump. But you picked it up this morning, Filion, when you were looking at the pitch, that you felt the bounce could be a little bit irregular from this end outside the off stump.
Fuller down the leg side, wide, first runs on the board. It's going to that 12th player extras. Outside the off stump on bowling from the Willie van Heerden end is something, or sorry, the Wally van Heerden end is something differential in bounce, staying low, popping from a good length. Mokoena shorter again, hit hard into the offside towards the boundary fielder, cleaning up there halfway to the boundary, only a single.
Yeah, the Lions chased down their target of 78 in the 9th over yesterday afternoon. Chuene led the way with a dashing 49 not out, I think it was. She really batted beautifully, and Madison Landsman also batted really well, unbeaten in the 30s.
Shorter there, offside, driven straight to the square of the field on the boundary, running away to the boundary, cleanly picked up on the boundary, and only the one needed to run harder there. And just to make a correction, the bowler is Marema and not Mokoena. And great start from her, only the 2 runs thus far. Fuller there, driven through the offside, great fielding in the covers there, great effort, mix up again, just a running between Twene and Landsman, not going perfectly as of yet, but great effort there from Jans van Rensburg in the cover region. That brings us to the end of the first over. Very tidy start. Speaking about getting the bonus point win, Ken, and the Eastern Storm not sitting on the back seat, coming through with a great start of the over. As we see, bowling from the golf course end, number 7, Simone Botha.
First time she's bowled in the tournament. She bowls useful medium pace. Eastern Storm, of course, are the defending champions in this tournament, so they'll be really eager to get amongst the Lions batting and defend their moderate total of 99, just to give themselves a chance of defending their title later this afternoon against the Fidelity Titans.
as we've spoken, the log very, very interesting. Almost feels like it's anyone's to win with net run rates and bonus points as we see Botha storming in. Edge given, misfield there, running away to the boundary in a short third man position. Was Kiera Ferreira just falling short of her, just spinning away and running away to the boundary. But Trini not in control of that shot, just flashing and getting the first boundary of the DP World innings.
Yeah, I think Kira Ferreira caught between going for the catch and trying to stop the ball, and she managed to do neither.
But again, that bounce just mix up. Bowler's end is open for a run out, but not going to the right fielder there.
Again, I think she was caught between which stump to throw at there. She knew the run out was on, but yeah, which end? Ended up throwing it down the middle of the pitch.
A good start here for the DP World Lions. The fortunate boundary, the fortunate two. So better this over. See Botha full again outside the off stand, just punch into the cover and running hard, getting an easy single going straight to the fielder in the cover region.
We haven't seen enough of that, I think, this tournament. The one thing, the fielders are on the ring, and especially bowling from the golf course end, the pitches, the squares, a bit of a fall away. It's tricky running and gathering the ball.
Botha straight to there, straight back to him. Hit very, very hard to the long off fielder. Only the one. I think the word of the day is caught ball.
Yeah.
Because it was what, 2 drop catches, caught ball in the first innings for the DP World Lions when they were bowling. It's great over here. But outside the offside, driven greatly to the sweeper on the offside. Cleaning up the misfield by the keeper, but only the one run. But a very, very expensive second over. Bowling partnership not doing that well.
Yeah, Botha's a bit unlucky that 4 of those runs came through an edge. He got the better of Chweni with the delivery. Chweni living a bit of a charmed life at the moment. Batted beautifully yesterday afternoon though.
Botha wider there, edge through the keeper. Ball running away to the boundary, and 4 runs brought up from the edge of the bat from Chweni. That brings us to the end of the second over. Score now 19 without loss.
Yeah, it was a good effort by Kira Ferreira, but unfortunately the last sort of 3 meters or so is a bit of a downhill slope right in front of us here in our commentary gazebo, and Ferreira really didn't have much chance once it hit that down slope.
The lightning outfield here at Irene Country Club. You think you're chasing it, but it stays running away from you. But a very, very good over there from the DP World Lions. They will be taking a breath of relief from that over. As we've seen Marema continuing 2 linesman straight to there, driven to the extra cover fielder. No run there. So you can, I think that Marema has got a fantastic action, and the accuracy that we saw from the first over is fantastic. Shorter there, it through the offside, beating the point fielder. Cleaned up on the boundary for only the single.
Well, the Lions are already well up with the rate. 16 off the first 2 overs. I beg your pardon, even more. In fact, our scorecard is just updating and correcting itself as we go along.
Short white given there by umpire Mabunda.
19 off the first 2 overs is the updated tally. So great start on the scoreboard for Lunchman and Chweni.
Down 15 coming from that second over. Rema wide again. 2 wides in a row. Not what the captain would have wanted. The opening bowler. Defending only 100 runs. You can't afford to give free runs away with extras. But you can see the idea that they have is just to bowl short and wide, get your fielders in the offside into play with that bounce. Leg side, drag down, again a wide.
There's a bit of risk attached though to the line outside off stump bowling from the Wally van Heerden end, because it's a short offside boundary. So if they do clear the infield, especially in the power play with just one person on the boundary on the offside.
Fuller there. Check drive, 2 extra cover. Better line, better length there. Not giving anything away.
Yeah, you know, even Simone Botha will feel a bit hard done by that. She went for 15 and over, but if you are going to criticise her, the one thing you'd say is that she was a bit wide outside or something. So when it is edged, it's likely to go to the boundary.
Fuller up is through the extra cover region, running away up the hill, coming back for the second. You see the pressure already building into the mindset of the batters from the deep board lines as well. That hitting that ball on the up over the extra cover region. See the mentality, maybe the talk half time was that we need to go for the bonus point. And giving the chances. For the leg side, up is chance on the leg side. Catch taken! That's the first wicket for the Eastern Storm. Twene departing for 13 runs, and great catch there from Tanique Williams. Opportunity given and opportunity taken.
Excellent catch. Kiamachetse, 20. Well, everything seemed to come out the middle of the bat yesterday. So often that happens in batting, doesn't it? The next day, it's all gone. And she edged and prodded her way. She mistimed a few shots. But she has to go for 13. Trying to clear the infield on the leg side there. And an excellent catch by Tanique Williams. She had to run quite a long way, and it was over the shoulder, which is always tricky.
Now from the get-go there, Tanique Williams calling for it. See the hands going out, so I have this. And fantastic catch there as the fall of the wicket brings Akira Nishimura to the crease. Very fiery character, very busy. And I think the game plan is very clear from the deep board lines. Anything in the arc, we're trying to hit it out of the park. But the timing, as you said, wasn't there from yesterday when she middled everything. Even edges she middled for 6. So, important here not to set back into rebuilding phase, but keep on firing. I think from Nishimura, just get that singles. To get Landsman, that's an in batter now on strike. And try to continue on the wave of runs from the first 3 overs. Rema full straight, Nishimura kept out. Much better delivery there from Marema.
Yeah, that's where she wants to be. Just on and about that off stump. Not too short. And it is the end of the over.
Oh, great over there from the Eastern Storm with the extras in the over. 25 for 1 partnership, opening partnership being broken.
Still good in terms of the run rate. The Lions, 3 overs, they're going at just over 8 to the over when they need to be just over 6 to get the bonus point.
And quarter of the way there again.
Butch is going to get another over, which is interesting, considering that 15 came off the previous run.
Captain Landsman just looking at the field. A sweeper on the offside for Botha. Straighter there, hit across the line through the mid-wicket area. Ball running to the fence. Going to be cleaned up by Oda. Only the 2 runs. But clear intent there from Captain Mazelandsman. She's not going to hang around. But outside the off stump, hit straight into the wicket. No run, getting the hand from the bowler there.
So far this over, Butch has been a little bit straighter, probably a bit too straight. The first delivery, second one wasn't bad.
But in straighter there, hit across the line to square leg. Interesting from where we are seated at to see that ball getting to square leg. Bowled outside the off stump, just dragged across. Better over here from Botha as he continues outside the off stump, just locked into the covers.
I do wonder a little bit about Easton's now bowling a 4th over of pace in the power play. We've seen how effective spin has been today, and Mokotso Sessing. Oh, she's not playing actually this game. That's a problem. Yeah.
Straighter, beaten batter and keeper. Going for buys, I thought, gone for all money in that leg stump. And by Ghost is showing us it is a buy. But a better over here from Botha. I think, as you said previously, unlucky at first over.
Yeah, they do have spin options. Easton's. Robin Dormouse bowls a bit of off spin.
Nishimura heading straight to the cover field, and that brings us to the end of the 4th over. DP World Lions women standing on 21 for 1 or 28 for 1 after the 4 overs. Nishimura not looking that comfortable at the creases yet.
Yeah, with Sessing not playing, their primary spin option is young Kira Ferreira, leg spinner, and you'd be understandably nervous bowling her in the power play. So perhaps just in terms of team selection, Easton's have made life a bit more difficult for themselves in the power play here. As now it is going to be Kanalelo Mokoena to bowl from the Wally Van Heerden in. More pace, which I think is suiting the Lions at the moment.
Absolutely. Also, I think it's correct aim from her to bowl, getting that outside off length straight onto the pads. Just a bit more bounce there. Going up for LBW, but solid glove there from Mazelandsman. But that bit more bounce, troubling the batter.
And she was looking leg side. I don't think it was a leg stump delivery. I think it was more towards the offside, but Landsman targeting, because there's no one on the boundary on the leg side apart from long on.
Quena shorter there in the offside. That's to a point fielder for no run. Now you can see the intent from Mazelandsman to play into the leg side, but Eastern Storm ladies bowling very well to the field in the first 2 balls of this over from Quena.
So from our angle, where we kind of looking over the non-striker,
shorter cut over the offside, only 1 bounce to the fielder, cleaning up at the offside sweeper on the boundary.
It almost looks like Madison Landsman is batting on middle and off, maybe even off stump.
That shows you the thinking of Mazelandsman. Letting the bowler know you're bowling towards me, and I'm not. Fuller leg side, misfield there from the square leg fielder. Running hard is Nishimura, coming back for the second. Cleaned up from that misfield. Only the 2 runs. Almost looked like the ball surprised the square leg fielder. And 1 short from Nishimura. That's something you don't see every day, Ken.
No, indeed.
Going to full overhead into the leg side. Between the square leg fielder and the fine leg fielder, running away for the boundary, and that will bring up the first boundary for Akira Nishimura. From Akira Nishimura, it's a total to 29. Mokoena just missing a length there. Total 34 for 1 with the 1 ball remaining in the over. Shorter cut into the offside between the backward point fielder and third man, running hard, not coming back for the second.
Yeah, Nishimura just slipped a bit at the bowler's end. But interesting in terms of the laws. I would suggest the law needs to be changed there. We saw Nishimura called for 1 run short, and she came back for a second when so she was allowed to keep the strike, which I would think, in the interest of fairness, if you don't complete one of your runs, you should go back to the end. You know, it should have been a single, change the strike.
Yeah, that actually makes sense, but I've never really played it that way, Ken. I've never even thought about it like
I'm
that.
sure
actually.
the umpires are playing it according to the laws, but the law in that case seems a bit deficient. Simone Buerta is going to bowl a 3rd over now. Better 2nd over by her. Beaten outside the off stump.
Really enjoying the option of Ariana Dow standing up to the pace bowler. And Simone Buerta doesn't have a lot of pace behind the ball, so it's good to have that aggressive option, not letting the batters get out of their crease.
Yeah, the Essex wicketkeeper, very handy with the gloves. Nicely clipped away by Nishimura, and it could well. No, we spoke about how the boundary slopes downhill towards us here in the gazebo, which would be behind the wicketkeeper, as you see on the screen there. But that area of the field, fine leg, there's a notable uphill just before the boundary.
It's quite steep, yeah.
That's going to be called wide. Just a bit round arm from Buerta.
Simone Buerta really struggling up front here. The 2 overs going for 17. Starting particularly well in her 3rd.
So the run rate just dropping towards 7 and over now. Lions don't want to get too dotted up here. Just want to keep that scoreboard ticking over. That was really tossed up by Buerta. Nishimura tried to scoop, and I don't think she got any contact with the bat. It's a very good effort in the field by Tanique Williams, down behind the wicketkeeper. And yeah, byes are given, but Williams certainly saved a run there.
A diving scoop off the boundary rope, just probably about 2 or 3 centimeters away from the boundary rope. Excellent work put in from the young spin bowler.
Hit powerfully, but not well enough to beat the cover field. the captain, Pumi Mashiliwane, quickly across. Stepping across, and Lunsman heaves that over, square leg. The fielder Ferreira does pull it back, couple of runs more for Lunsman.
Yeah, creativity from the Lions skipper there, managing to find space in the field. As the score goes to 43 for 1 after 6.
So Easterns were 34 for 2 in the power play, so the Lions better off both in terms of runs and having just lost the 1 wicket. It's just the sort of start they would have wanted, over 7 and over in the power play, and which leaves them needing another 57 runs in 10 overs in order to get the bonus point that will keep their hopes alive in this tournament. Mokoena will continue from the Wally van Heerden end. She's just making some changes to her field. Mid-wicket is dropping back to cow corner. Interesting field that there's 3 fielders on the leg side in front of square. The only fielder in the ring on the leg side is short fine leg. Oh, there's runs for days through mid-wicket. She can't bowl too straight. And straight away she does go down the leg side. It's a wide and a run, so that's 2.
Well, maybe a inexperienced decision in the field here from the young seam boiler.
Well, it's being remedied now, as Simone Buerta will come to quite a straight mid-wicket. Oh, no. Give me a check. She's coming a bit closer. Still quite straight there.
Catching mid-wicket,
Yeah.
that's what it feels like.
Better line with that field. And she has protection on the boundary. Just a single.
Ilandri Jens van Rensburg with a strong arm, getting it in on 1 bounce from the sweeper boundary.
Over the top, mid-orphan business. Oh, she got there. Just couldn't hang on to the catch though, Erica Oda. Did the hard work, getting there, had to make some yards, but then the ball just popped out.
Just unable to hold on to that one. Would have been simple in the end, but choosing to go down on the knees. Maybe the contact with the ground making the ball pop out of the hands.
Easterns do need a breakthrough at 47 for 1. Nicely driven and good running. Madison Lunsman has shown a keen eye for the single. Backs herself. She's running straight after she hits the ball.
And with that comes sort of a feeling of no urgency in the field from the Easterns fielders.
Another wide. Extras are also hurting the Eastern Storm.
It's the 8th wide of the innings. Not something that you want to add onto the scoreboard, things that...
Well, we're only in the 7th over,
Yeah.
so that's more than a wide and over.
Eastern Storm being the defending champions of the Global Cricket Tournament. We would expect to see better from them.
Better line from Mokoena. Has Ichimura fishing.
Just looking to get bat on that one outside the off stump. Robin Dormal at a very backward point. Quite deep on the inner ring on the offside. Just covering that area.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, nearly a no ball for bowling it off the pitch. It is a no ball. Umpire Kagiso Mabunda. Free hit.
Mokoena really struggling to control the white kookaburra.
Edged and caught, but it's a free hit. Fine leg was very excited.
A sharp take in the end from Ariana Das, but not counting anything on the scorecard. Better delivery from Mokoena, but with that no ball that was bowled. The 50 up for the DP World Lions women's team. 50 for 1 after 7.
So halfway there. And well on track for victory. And also on track for the bonus point, which they have 9 overs remaining in which to get. That last delivery, I think, is where Mokoena should be trying to bowl. A slightly fuller length, bit tighter to off stump. She got a nice bounce from that delivery. It is going to be the leg spinner now, the really exciting 15-year-old Kira Ferreira, player of the match against the Lions on the first day. Destroyed them with 4 for 20. Really set in motion a dramatic collapse, which started around about this time in the innings, in the middle overs. And she needs to do something special again if Easterns are going to get back into this match.
A lot of thinking here in the field to make the punch count here. Square leg out on the boundary, cow corner, as well as long off and long on. Everybody in the ring on the offside for the young leggy.
Heaved away nicely behind square by Madison Lunsman. It wasn't that short, but the slowness of the pace just enabled Lunsman. It was just a little bit too straight from Ferreira. She was able to get on the back foot and pick her spot behind square.
Yeah, and the Lions captain, who also bowls leg spin, bowled from the golf course, and she'll know how the pitch is playing, having experienced it in the first innings. She really just got deep into the crease and picked her gap there.
Yeah, it's the shorter boundary to the leg side, which doesn't help the leg spinner. That's nicely bowled, bit edgy by Lunsman.
Not getting to the pitch of the delivery there at all. Correcting herself after the ball.
Again, too straight. Again, Lunsman beats square leg. This time, the deep square leg. He'll be able to field another couple of runs. Do you know, Ferreira has bowled, I think, all of her overs from that golf course. Can you think of a reason not to bowl from the other end and have a longer boundary leg side? Really tossed up, mid on the full. Our Lunsman will just be 1 too long off.
Yeah, I was just having a chat to Robin Searle just in the innings break, and she was saying that they've bowled a lot of the Titans' pace overs from the Wally van Heerden end, and kept the majority of the spinners from the golf course end, and that's been working over the last 2 days. Why fix something?
Again, bit on the short side, bit too straight. Cow corner will field.
We did see in the Lions innings the spin working from the Wally van Heerden end as well. I mean, Tracy Breast bowled exceptionally well.
That's too short again and powered too long on. Yeah, I don't think in terms of the pitch and assistance for the spinner, there's much difference either end.
Especially not on the fifth game played on the same strip. There will be opportunity from both ends for the spinners.
So the end of the 8th over, 59 for 1. Lions going along very nicely at 7.8 to the over.
Just as we say it, another spin bowler being brought on, this time from the Wally van Heerden end, Tanique Williams with ball in hand. She will replace Mokoena, who had a difficult over in the previous one. Williams with her slow right arm off spin, turning into the right-handed batter.
Part of the team last year that won the Global Cricket Tournament. Needs to do something quickly here if she's going to help defend the title. Really tossed up, clubbed very hard and through Makobela's hands at extra cover. That would have been a really good catch if she'd held on to that. Couple of runs for Lunsman.
Yeah, it was hit really hard through the hands of Makobela, but that is the second dropped catch that Easterns have put down. Not helping their cause at all.
Down the wicket and just worked too long on for the single. Two leg side-ish. Ishimura can't put it away, but they do get the wide.
Interesting to see the change of field between Nishimura and Lunsman. Fielders stay the same, but come about 10 meters off the boundary rope.
Yeah, she doesn't have the power that Lunsman does.
Yeah, she does need to find a way to score some runs.
There almost could be the argument for having certainly a long off, maybe inside the circle. Finger up. Perhaps Nishimura will be tempted to go over and give a catch like Robin Dormel did. Met on the full, heaved away to Kaukona. Oh, that was nearly a spectacular catch by Kanalelo Mokoena. High to her left as the ball flew towards the cow corner boundary. For a moment she had it, and as she went to ground, unfortunately it popped out, but she certainly saved a boundary there.
Yeah, she definitely saved the boundary. That catch would have meant a breakthrough.
Shimura again down the pitch to meet it on the full. This time keeps it on the carpet though.
Better option for her, especially considering it's going straight to the fielder. That's the end of the 9th over, 66 for 1.
So 7 off the over. Lions keeping up very well with what they need to do here. Nishimura seems to feel settled at the crease now. She's been there for 19 deliveries. So she's also starting to accelerate now. 16 not out for her. Madison Lunsman has 26 off 25 balls, and again going really nicely. Ferreira will bowl her second over. Or is she? No, there's a late change in plans. It's going to be Robin Dormel who bowls some tall off spin, getting her first bowl of the tournament.
Perhaps choosing to go with experience rather than the young talent of Kira Ferreira, who goes into mid-wicket. Got deep square leg, cow corner, long on and long off.
Good bounce from Robin Dormel outside the off stump there. I do think though that for Easterns to win this match, they're going to need wickets from here. And Ferreira does have the X factor of wrist spin. Hopefully that is going to change ends. That's slog swept through mid-wicket. Can they get 2 out of it? Thoughts of 2, but good piece of fielding by, looks like Simone Buerta out there. Quickly to the ball and good strong release.
In and out of the hands really quickly. We saw some excellent fielding on that same boundary this morning by Bella Johnson. Definitely see the professionalism.
Drags down the quicker ball, Robin Dormel, and she's going to pay the price with a boundary.
As she released that one out of the hand, Robin Dormel, oh no, came out of her mouth. She knew it was definitely a boundary ball, especially bowling to the in-batter Madison Landsman.
Yeah, just trying too much really. Why try the... Tries it again. It might be the same result. Yeah, it will. Buerta tried hard, but couldn't get it. Well, my wife always likes to tell me that it's a daft dog that bites itself. I hate the saying, but I'm afraid it might apply in this situation.
Ah, Ken Borland. I have no words.
It's always when I've done something self-defeating, which is fairly often. Better from Dormel.
Yeah, corrects herself nicely. Finds a better line and length there.
Nicely flighted by Dormel. And mid-off is back. It would have been interesting if there had been a deep mid-off in place there. Yeah, I think Easterns need to try and come up with some plans to try and get a wicket here. They can't just defend, because the Lions are just going to stroll to victory then. So 10 overs gone, 76 for 1, and Viljoen van Wyk will be joining Jenna Searle.
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, as you were saying, it does feel slightly defensive from the Easterns women's team. They don't have many attacking options to turn to. This partnership between Landsman and Nishimura needs to be broken. Tanique Williams will continue from the Wally van Heerden end. Landsman on strike. We've got a long off, long on, cow corner and deep square leg.
Oof.
Williams to Landsman in that block hole. Landsman trying to use her feet, but just being trapped by the dip of the ball there from Williams.
Oh, fantastic bowling there. Using the flight, dipping at the later stage.
She goes again. She's quite a few revs on the ball. As this is just played out to long off Erica Oda for 1. With those revs comes the drift that dips later on in the delivery.
Absolutely, and using the variation of pace.
This time it's outside the off stump. It's dragged across to the leg side by Nishimura, but Mokoena does well from the boundary to collect it for 1.
You can almost see that deeper odd Lions batters getting a bit tight. It is very hot and humid out there. Just sitting underneath a gazebo is very humid, but going well. Shot.
Landman goes aerial over the cover region. An excellent shot from her as that just rolls over the boundary rope. Going aerial over that offside field is quite a thing to do. It's one of the most difficult shots to go inside out in that way, but well executed in the end.
18 needed of 56 deliveries. She's not going to waste time standing unnecessarily long in the sun.
She goes on the leg side. There's a quick single, chance at a run out, but Nishimura is quick across the wicket and she gets there in time. Yeah, definitely not wasting any time.
Oh, Madison Landsman making it clear her plan. Moving to 41 of 33.
Use of the feet there from Nishimura. It crashes into the stumps and they'll go through for 1 as it ricochets off the wickets there. Good over for the DP World Lions. So Madison Landsman is definitely in charge out there in the middle. 84 for 1 after 11. Just 16 runs needed for the win. And they have 5 overs to do those, to get those 16 runs in order for the Lions to get that bonus point.
I think there's a retired out that just happened now. So Nishimura retired out. Sunette Viljoen Low coming in. This is I think the 7th or 8th time I've seen this between November and January. A very, the first time I've seen it in person, but retired out. Getting the pinch hitter in, Sunette Viljoen Low. So very, very interesting to retire out there, Nishimura. I don't think that Akira Nishimura went that badly to retire out, but nevertheless, new batter into into the crease is Sunette Viljoen Low.
Doesn't feel right to me, especially considering they have 5 overs to get 16 runs. But that's cricket. Use the rules to your advantage. Viljoen Low hits this into the offside, but prevented by Ilandri Jans van Rensburg at point. And Pumi Mashlowane with right arm off spin from the golf course end. Ken Borland to our right, making a good point here as it's hit out to the offside. They run well, they come back for the second. Perhaps looking to get the net run rate up in the event that Titans loses this afternoon to Easterns. Both teams will finish on 10 points, which will mean that net run rate will be the deciding factor on who wins the tournament.
Oh, shot.
As Viljoen Low dances down the wicket and hits this to the leg side. I'll just get one though.
Yeah, Sunette Viljoen Low, very busy batter. Not wasting any time. One of the best athletes. And as you say correctly, I also think it is net run rate. And just needing, I think it's 14 now.
Mashlowane getting the dot ball here. Second one for the over. This time to the in batter Madison Landsman. 87 for 2, halfway through the over.
13 needed.
She goes flatter this time and it's hit back to the Eastern skipper. Does well. One long barrier there to prevent it from going past her. Madison Landsman on 41 of 33. Pumi gets herself another dot ball in the over. This pinch hitter scenario not potentially working out the way that the Lions would have wanted it to. But Sunette Viljoen Low will be on strike for the next over, which is potentially what the Lions would have wanted to get that net run rate up.
But something that I just saw in this over with the retired out is there's a change in the vibe in the field now. Because now there's a new batter. I know that it's going for the net run rate, but Nishimura was in. She was settled in 19 of 23 balls. In my eyes, not struggling at all, doing the job she's needed to do, just getting Landsman onto strike. So a very, very interesting game plan from the coach.
And I mean, to try and up the run rate when there are only 13, 14 runs left to get is a big ask, even for Sunette Viljoen Low. Why not send her in at 3?
No, absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree with you, but let's see if anything changes.
Williams to Viljoen Low. She tosses it up. She uses her feet and goes across the line. But Mokoena on guard on the leg side boundary. She does really well to get the ball in there. Just keeps the Lions to 1 run off the first ball of the over.
Yeah, 12 to get.
Landman goes on the sweep. Hits that back leg, but well outside the line of off stump.
Yeah, I'm still flabbergasted retired out scenario. It's the first time that it came from left field. Shot.
Madison Landsman goes straight over the bowler's head. Fielders will need to put in big work here. Erica Oda does really well to stop that one from going over the boundary. A bit of a crash between Mashlowane and Oda. But they do well in the end, only allowing the Lions to get 2 runs.
Yeah, that was fantastic work here from Oda. Just getting the second grab, staying in the field of play.
Good hustle from the international. Hansman goes hard into the offside and she beats extra cover. Janse van Rensburg comes around well. Gets it in.
Now, something I could say with the retired out is there's better running. Straight away going for the 2 and again a short run. A second one of the innings. And then we come back to we should be on strike. But that's poor discipline for the second run there.
Yeah, definitely avoidable. And she goes on the slog sweep. 1 bounce, but Mokwena doing well to collect that one. They get through for the single this time. Some really good fielding here for the Easterns team. The new batter has almost upped the energy for the defending champions. She double steps and good hands from Ariana Douse behind the stumps. Sunette Viljoen not doing the job that she was sent out to do, just taking it a step too far. It was kind of a hit and miss kind of situation that she was put in, as she is stumped out. Boltonique Williams stumped Ariane Douse.
Chasing a bonus point.
Yeah, that's I can see the change of energy with the running was a lot better there. But yeah, nevertheless, new batter coming into Chris Jenna Evans, just coming in with 8 needed. I think it might be not going to be long, but going towards 13 overs bowled. Net run rate, I think yeah, Easterns has come up with a bit more fight in the last 8 deliveries than there was in the first 10 overs. So maybe just getting the retired out, the wicket now of Sunette Viljoen low, and a new batter Jenna Evans coming in. Maybe that might be the change, and we might see an amazing victory out of nowhere.
Anything is possible in the game of cricket. And even a fight towards the bonus point will put them in good stead for their second game of the day against the Titans, which if they want to prevent the Titans from winning the tournament, they'll definitely need to pull a win there.
Well, at this stage, I think if you are the Eastern Storm, you fight towards not getting the DP World Lions get the bonus point.
Yeah, definitely.
Tall ask.
Very tall ask.
Just 8 needed. And there's 3 overs to get it, but a bit of a more fighting spirit in the last 2 overs, you can say.
Yeah, for sure. 92 for 3 after 13, and as you said, to get that bonus point, it needs to be done before the 16th over is finished. As Mashlowane continues, Hansman gets deep in her crease, goes for the quick single into the offside, and they get through for 1.
Madison Lansman moving towards 46 off 41 deliveries. So foundation is laid. So I think if I'm Jenna Evans, have a crack at it. Why not?
Definitely, especially because the goal from the coaches will definitely be to go for the ball, hit it hard, and she does just that as she goes over the bowler's head. They're looking to run hard. Hansman turns and comfortably comes through for the second. That's excellent running. They ran the first one hard. Both of them grounded their bat on the other end, so earning their team 2 runs on this occasion.
Yeah, and something great to see from Evans is she turned for the third as well.
Yeah, lots of intent with the running as she goes over mid-wicket. They'll go for the second one again, and they complete it quite easily. Just 3 runs needed for the victory over Eastern Storm.
Evans looking fantastic. Good strike from the get-go.
Oh, she's an exciting player. She beats mid-wicket again. They'll go for 2. Landsman calls yes. There's a chance for a run out here, but Landsman does well to get there in the end. 3 2s back to back here for the lineswoman.
You can see the end batter there. Landsman not enjoying that 3 2s as much. I mean, batting for almost 14 overs, being hot, being humid.
On day 3
On
of
day
the tournament.
3. So not enjoying the 3s, the 3 2s. She would have hoped for a boundary somewhere there.
Just 1 run needed to win for the DP World Lions team. These fielders are brought in from the boundary. Mashlawane tosses it up. Evans goes up. There's a chance for a catch, but beats the fielder at mid-on. And they go through for the second. That'll be a bonus point victory for the DP World Lions women as they get 101 runs in the 14th over. Excellent work there from the Lions captain Madison Landsman, who captained expertly this morning and then had an exceptional performance with the bat. For you, your view on this game and then the one coming?
Yeah, I think winning the toss, bowling first, the intention is quite clear to restrict, and that's what they did brilliantly this morning. Yeah, I think a lot of positives for the Eastern Storm. Getting that start, a great partnership, but not continuing on with 2 wickets that fell with 2 in batters, just a massive collapse. And yeah, 99 is not defendable at any stage. With an informed Lions squad, I think Leonie Swanepoel was fantastic today. She showed a lot of character in what she did, and yeah, Captain Madison Landsman ending on 46 of 41, doing a lot of hard work. And yeah, unfortunately, something that's going to stand out in this game is retired out. That was something that I never saw in person, but fantastic win for the DP World Lions. Winning by 7 wickets, getting the bonus point victory in their last game of the tournament, and now it's going to be an exciting one to come.
Yeah, definitely. The Lions put in an effort here to get 5 points out of this game, which puts them equal to the Fidelity Titans. And so Fidelity Titans will need to win or maintain their net run rate in order to win the tournament overall. But there's nothing more that the Lions can do. They did all that they could, especially in this game. Winning with a bonus point was an excellent result for them. And the Eastern Storm team will need to learn from this experience and take it into the next game as defending champions. They have beaten the Titans before. Last year in this competition, it also came down to the last game of the tournament, and Eastern Storm managed to take it away. So they have experience in this situation, but definitely after this performance this morning, they'll need to make some changes, learn from what has gone wrong, and come back better in the second game of the day.
Yeah, I think with the game ending earlier will be positive for them, getting the feet up for the bowlers and the batters. Just get that extra half an hour just to rest and then come back with a bang. There's everything to prove in the second game of the day. I don't think the pitch is going to do much of different than this morning. It doesn't look like there's a chance of rain. So all in all, fantastic for the DP World Lions, and great performances from young talent from them as well. And then just the play of the match in this match between the Eastern Storm and DP World Lions is Madison Landsman. I think captained very, very well. Got her 46, took wickets, and just been overall a fantastic player today.
Yeah, you'll probably get a post-match interview from Mr. Ken Borland himself. He will be interviewing Captain Madison Lunsterman, winning captain Madison Lunsterman, as well as the player of the match. And I'm sure he will have a chat with Mpumelelo Mashlowane as the losing captain going into the last game of the day. That is all from us for now, and soon you will hear from Mr. Ken Borland.